Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is Professor David J. Tilasuyas. What I would like to discuss for tonight will be the for how to I got a new DC clamp meter, and I would like to discuss what are the things that this clamp meter could measure. The main reason why I bought this clamp meter is that in the measurement of current, since it is a clamp, okay, if you got one line, and you clamp it like that, actually you could measure the current passing through this line. It should only be one line, okay. To measure the current in one line, just clamp it like that. And if the current is AC or DC, you could measure it because you could toggle the measurement from AC to DC. So that's the good thing of this clamp meter here. Unlike the old multi-tester, to measure current, you must have to cut the line, okay? Then connect in series the positive and negative terminals from that cut line so you could measure the current for this type of tester. But for the clamp meter, you don't have to cut any line to measure a current. So if you got one line, okay, you just clamp it like that. If it's easy, you toggle it to easy, it will be sure the current ASAP. You don't have to cut the line anymore. So that's the, what you call this, advantage of this clamp meter here with respect to the conventional multi-tester. Okay? So in the measurement of AC and DC current, this is very advantageous. Okay? The other things that could be measured by this clamp meter is that I will try to. For the current, that's it, right? We just clamp the clamp meter on one line. Okay, we could measure the current. For the voltages, it's the same. We just rotate the, what you call this, rotator to voltage. We set it on the voltage. And there is the marking there, a straight line and something like alternating. Like this one here, it is set to DC. And if I toggle this one, okay, the reading that I will be taking will be an AC by using this T-slits here. That's for voltage. So just the same, we must have to put the black and red on the terminal in which the voltage will be measured. Okay, and we could measure the voltage. For this one here, it is AC. And if I press this one, what will be measured will be DC voltage. Same as this one, right? So regarding voltages, the conventional multi-tester is same as the clamp meter. There are only differences in the so-called measurement of current, because in the measurement of current, for this clamp meter, you just get one line, assuming this is the line, just one line. You clamp it like that, you set it to measure current, then what will come out here will be the current that is passing through the line. Okay? Don't measure current for two lines because the magnetic or the magnetism that's produced on this will cancel out each other, so there will be no reading. So in the measurement of current, you should just only measure current on one line. Anyway, the current on the other line is the same as the other line. So you just need one line. Okay? So it could measure AC and DC current by just clamping on the line. It could measure DC and AC voltage okay, by setting it on the voltage range. And to change from DC to AC, it's the same. You toggle this one. You press this switch here. That will be AC. And if I toggle it again, what you will be measuring will be a DC voltage. That's for measuring voltage. The other thing that could be measured by this is the frequency of the convenience outlet, the power line voltage coming from the utility line. You just set this one to hertz. Hertz refers to the unit of frequency. So if you try to place the selector on the hertz, then put this one on the line or on the convenience outlet, what will come out will be the frequency of the convenience outlet or the power line frequency. That's for measuring frequency. The other thing that could be measured by this one, it got four things that it could be measured. The first one is for resistance test. If you try to measure resistance of resistors, we will be using these two terminals here. You place it on this portion here, and on this portion, it could read four readings. The first one is actually resistance. Okay, resistance. The next one, if I try to push this one, I will toggle this one. It will go to the next line in which it will measure. It will be the so-called continuity test. And we are now on the continuity test, and we are given the positive and negative terminal. So the continuity test is something like this. Okay? So if you are measuring the continuity of any portion of the circuit, just use this one. If there is a beep, that line is got no disconnection. If there is no beep, the line got disconnection. So the next one is actually the continuity test. I will try to toggle this one to the third reading. The third reading is actually for measuring what's this? F, farad, meaning the value of capacitance in farads. So I will try to get a what you call this. I will try to get a what you call this capacitor. Okay, this is discharged already. I will try to see if what will be the value of this one. The plus will go to the plus and the black will go to the minus. The minus is the one with the white line here. Okay. I will try to measure the capacitance. I think the reading is something like there should be a setting for this one because the capacitance of this one is 1000 microfarad. I don't know if the range of this one could accommodate 1000 microfarad. The range is not covered by this tester here, but the third thing to be tested is the capacitance of capacitor. That's the third one. The last one is actually, this is a symbol for a diode. So if we got a diode, you just place this terminal here, the red and black to the anode and cathode. You will know if that, what you call this diode is good or bad. We could determine if the diode is open or if we could determine if the diode is what I call this intact. So the fourth thing that could be measured by this clamp meter is actually the diode test. It could perform or check if the diode is good or bad. Okay. I think the other thing that could be measured by this clamp meter is temperature. The temperature setting is set on the degree centigrade / degree Fahrenheit. I think to measure temperature, we will be using this one. So we'll remove these two here. Okay. Then we place this black red terminal to the first one, the black terminal to the second one, and the two terminals that will be coming out will be, it could be the water temperature maybe. We will submerge the two terminals on the water. Okay, as soon as it is these two here is plugged in here, and we could measure the temperature of the water. Okay, I think that's the only one that this clamp meter could measure. So I will repeat it for the last time before we will go. The first one is the so-called measurement of current. This is very handy in the measurement of current because we don't have to cut the line to put the ammeter in series to measure the current. We just need one line. We clamp it like this, okay, and what will come out will be the current consumed by that line. You just need one line to be clamped on this one because if you put two lines, the magnetism produced by the two lines due to the current passing through them will cancel out each other, so the reading will be zero. So just make sure that when using the clamp meter, you just use one line, whether alternating current line or direct current line. Okay, I think that's the total usage of this clamp meter. And for those who don't have any knowledge on this clamp meter, that's it. That's the different things that could be measured by this clamp meter. I will repeat it for the last time. It could measure AC and DC current by just clamping on one line. Next one, it could measure AC and DC voltage by placing the selector on the voltage portion. It could measure frequency by placing the selector on the hertz thing. And it could measure resistance by placing it on this last portion here. The four things that it could measure. The first one is measuring resistance. If you toggle it, the next one, it could measure continuity. Third toggle, it could measure the capacitance of capacitor. And the fourth one, if you try to toggle this one, it could measure or it could check a diode if it is good or bad. Okay, good evening from Los Angeles. This is Professor David Jelly.